You ever meet someone who doesn't just dislike you, but wants to ruin you? Not just a little envy, not just petty drama, but a deep, quiet hatred. They smile to your face, but behind your back, they're working to tear you down. And the scary part? You might not even realize it. Stoic philosophers warned about this kind of person 2,000 years ago. And today, we're breaking down the 5 undeniable signs someone doesn't just hate you, they want to destroy you. Let's get into it. Most people think hatred is obvious. Yelling, insults, open conflict. But real destruction? It's silent, calculated. The ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they dealt with backstabbers, liars, even emperors who wanted them dead. And they didn't survive by fighting back. They survived by seeing the game before it started. So if you've ever felt like someone's sabotaging you, undermining your reputation, turning people against you, setting you up to fail, this isn't paranoia, it's strategy. And today we're decoding it. Sign 1. They attack your reputation, not your actions. A person who simply dislikes you might criticize something you did. Maybe you said something they didn't agree with. Maybe you made a mistake, or maybe they just don't see eye to eye with you. But someone who wants to destroy you, they don't attack what you did. They attack who you are. This is where things get dangerous. They spread lies, twist the truth, and manipulate how others see you. Why? Because they know that once your reputation is damaged, everything else in your life becomes unstable. Your friendships, your career, your relationships. Once doubt is planted in the minds of others, you start losing everything. And the worst part, the person attacking you often does it in a way that makes them look innocent. They don't come out and say, "I want to ruin this person." Instead, they disguise their attacks as concern. They say things like, "I'm just worried about them," or "I hate to say this, but I think people should know." It's a slow, calculated destruction. And by the time you realize what's happening, the damage is already done. This is exactly what the Stoics warned against. Reputation, they said, is one of the most fragile things a person has. It takes years to build and seconds to ruin. That's why Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." The Stoics believed that our integrity should be our armor. But what happens when someone else is determined to rip that armor apart? Sign 2. They never let go of past conflicts. A normal person moves on. Maybe they hold a grudge for a little while, but eventually they let it go. They realize that life is too short to be stuck in the past. But someone who wants to destroy you, they don't just remember the past, they live in it. Every mistake you've made, every flaw you've shown, every word you've ever said in anger or frustration, they keep it stored like ammunition. They don't forgive, they don't forget, and most importantly, they don't want to. Seneca once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." But these people don't believe in that. They nurture their anger like a fire, constantly feeding it, making it stronger. They replay old arguments in their minds. They remind themselves of how much they hate you. And eventually that fire isn't just about hurting you, it's about burning everything you've built to the ground. That's why it's crucial to recognize when someone refuses to let go of the past. Because if they keep bringing up old wounds, chances are they're not done with you yet. Sign 3. They try to isolate you. One of the most chilling tactics a destructive person uses is isolation. They turn people against you, little by little, until you find yourself alone. This isn't an accident, it's a deliberate strategy. They plant seeds of doubt, whisper half-truth, and make people question your character. It starts subtly. Maybe a friend starts acting distant. Maybe a coworker stops including you in conversations. Maybe someone you trusted suddenly seems unsure about you. And then, before you know it, you're standing alone, wondering what went wrong. The Stoics believed in the power of strong relationships. Epictetus taught that the people we surround ourselves with shape our lives. But what happens when someone deliberately poisons those relationships? When they spread false stories, create drama, and make you feel like you have no one left to turn to? That's when they've truly gained power over you. Sign 4. They sabotage your success. A person who simply dislikes you might be annoyed when good things happen to you. Maybe they roll their eyes when you succeed. Maybe they feel a little bitter inside. But someone who wants to destroy you, they actively try to stop your success. This could mean anything from blocking opportunities, manipulating situations, or even outright lying to make sure you fail. They spread misinformation, they discredit your work, they take credit for your ideas. Whatever it takes to keep you from moving forward. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." But a destructive person doesn't believe in that. They don't just want to win, they want you to lose. And they'll go to extreme lengths to make sure of it. Sign 5, they obsess over your downfall. Hatred fades, but obsession? That's different. Someone who wants to destroy you doesn't just dislike you, they can't stop thinking about you. They track your every move, watch your successes with bitterness, and celebrate your failures like victories. It's no longer about what you did to them. It's about their need to see you fall. The Stoics warned against being consumed by negative emotions. But some people can't help themselves. And when someone's entire mindset revolves around bringing you down, it becomes a battle of endurance. The only question is, will you outlast them? So, what do you do when you realize someone is trying to destroy you? The Stoics would tell you this: stay steady, stay disciplined, don't fall into their traps, and most importantly, don't let their hatred shape your actions. Because in the end, the person who controls their own mind always wins. If you found this helpful, check out my next video on how Stoicism helps you deal with toxic people.